That's a bit of a problem. This dinghy is a little worse for wear, and I have been looking at replacing it for a while, but the more I looked at other dinghies, the more I kind of realized how good this one actually is, in that I really like its shape. So I'm going to spend some time fixing it and upgrading it, and you should get a nice little dinghy out of it without spending too much money. But before all that, I need to go get some more wood. So I'm going to go talk to a millwright. A major problem with the dinghy is I have to drag it across the shore here, and it's fiberglass, and this is some pretty rough stone, so it does a lot of damage really quickly. So we gotta figure a way around that.
Just because you shared it ain't enough. We're living in a world that needs saving. Everything around us dividing up. Never been a war more famous. I'm looking for the words to sum it up. The best that we can do is that's amazing. Had a different meaning growing up, but now we're just getting lazy.
Alright, so last night I got started a little bit on the dinghy project. I have this big piece of Douglas fir, and I'm whittling a new transom. Now the transom's not going to go all the way to the base of the boat because it's pure fiberglass down there. Right here you can see I put these brackets on to hold the oar lockers, and I use some of the scrap from down here to fashion a little extra strength there. So now it's a matter of sanding that down to shape, making it nice and smooth and pretty. And then I guess we could coat the whole thing in epoxy and seal it up. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we've done the sanding, and I'm prepping up the next part of the project is the sleeve for the dagger board. Now I want to redo that bench seat that's in the middle because it's rotting. There's some leaks underneath it. It was just like a piece of particle board that Vern slept in there, I think, so it's really not in good shape. First step of the bench seat is to build a sleeve for the dagger board. This will allow us to point higher up because I do want to sail with this little dinghy. And yeah, I'm just using some old fiberglass lying around as kind of like the first structural bits. And I built this little frame here to first lay in the first bits, epoxy that all in. And then I have this insert here. I lay the insert in and lay the rest of the glass over top and epoxy and seal all that and cover it all up with plastic. And once that's all dry, I'll be able to slide the insert out and we'll have a sleeve for our dagger board. So before I mix up some epoxy, I think I'm going to get cracking a bit more on the cabin down on the other side. That way, when I mix up the epoxy, I'll be able to do some epoxy work down there. I'll be able to do the transom over here in epoxy. And of course, I'll be able to do my new sleeve as well. So, no fun stuff yet. We just got to get back to the port side cabin. Alright, I like to have a mid-afternoon coffee. And somebody sent me this guy from my Amazon wish list. Funny thing about the Amazon wish list, it hasn't lately been very reliable in telling me who actually sent it. I don't know if you guys are wanting to be anonymous or not. If you're not, well then terribly sorry, because about half the things that arrive off the wish list don't tell me anything. And if you and the other half will know who you are because I send you guys messages and thank yous. But anyway, whoever you are, anonymous donor, thank you so much. That little stainless steel coffee maker is absolutely amazing. No filter needed, and it works like a charm. I found that it actually goes through quite a lot faster than the filter does, so it makes a bit of a weaker cup. but I think maybe if I fine up the grain a little bit, I'll find some sweet spot where it's not fine enough to fall through the holes, but fine enough so that it gets me a little bit stronger of a cup. But all I've been doing recently is just drinking more coffee, so maybe a weaker cup is probably good for me anyway. All right, let's get to work.
Work all your life, it ain't enough. Now tell me if I'm gonna make it. 95% is showing up.
Well, the framing down here has gone pretty good. We're almost ready. I've kind of been like, you know, really fussing with every single piece, making sure it all fits in just right, just perfect. And then when we lay in the epoxy, hopefully we won't have to use any filler. Hopefully it'll just be pure epoxy, because I want to do all of this in one batch. And I've been using the leftovers to coat the walls. So it's the same as, even though this particular plywood isn't marine grade, it's kind of the same kind of finish as the hulls here, which are marine grade. So I figure for a lot of the bulkheads in here, it's not super important that they're marine grade. And seeing as I am broke as heck, that's a lot cheaper. I mean, non-marine grade is a fifth of the price, I think. Yeah, marine grade is quite expensive, but it is worth it in some applications, especially anything that's on the exterior of the boat. So I've ordered a few more sheets of it and we're gonna use some more, but yeah, it's just, man, like it's almost $100 for every sheet of it. It's not cheap, and YouTube doesn't pay like it used to. I'm still sealing up sections that I don't think water will ever touch, but it's like just in case, you know, with epoxy. So between those two, I think we're gonna be pretty good. And hopefully I've gotten a lot better at fiberglassing, because that's starting up soon, because I'm looking at some of the fiberglass work I did when I first got here, and it's pretty awful. I'll be out there with the sanding wheel and the vacuum, and just, yeah, I gotta redo a lot of it, but it's okay. It's a learning process. This is all a learning process. I have no idea what I'm doing. In the end, we will have a great boat. It just may take us a few stumbles to get there. I don't think this is a stumble though. It's coming along nicely in here. Let's go take Champ for a walk. What do you say, buddy? You want to go for a walk? Want to go for a walk? Okay, we can do it. You didn't want to eat the cucumber? Okay, we'll take the cucumber, please.